Hey guys, it's that. Cassie found something here. It's the size of a nickel.
Buffalo nickel, give me the fufu juice.
Oh, I gotta keep digging some more here. Let's see what else we can get. I found myself a bucket lister. I got a crotal bell.
It's a Wheatie.
You found a Wheatie?
Yes.
Sweet. Walking Liberty 1943 half dollar. Oh my god, it's freaking gorgeous. You got an Indian? Oh my god, Cassie got an IHP. Needless to say, I am a happy camper. Hey guys, we are out for another beautiful day of metal detecting. We are starting week 3 with a Simplex. Been a good machine so far. I'm going to try to show you guys a little bit more this week about what some of the numbers look like before I dig them. It's really early in the morning. It's 7:40 and there's still a lot of dew on the ground. Everything's really wet, so it's hard to do that right now. But I do have my first decent signal. There was a nail in the hole, and there's something here that I don't know what it is, so we're going to take a look together. Okay, that's it right there. It's right down there, so probably close to 8 inches deep. It's light, so I think it might be a token. What's a trade token? I see it something in trade. Good for 5 cents in trade. By who? I think it might have a name on it. It's coming through, peeking through. Let me clean it off just a hair here, and we'll see what it is together. Okay, you can see the good for 5 cents in trade on that side, really good, and it says W.J. Godwin Cigars, Dillard's. I think that's a Dillard's department store where they might have had cigars or something that they sold. Pretty cool, really, really nice. That's a great relic to start the day. That makes the day worthwhile. Let's see what else we can find. So we're at a different spot. It's starting to dry off, so I'm going to start showing you some of the numbers and let you listen to the sounds, and then we're going to dig it and see what it is. This thing digs a lot of iron, so we're going to see if that's what we come up with. See how this thing is always coming up really high up in there, but it's a solid signal. So it's like, I gotta dig that. So let's dig it, see what happens. Okay, guys, this is gonna be one of those things where this is why you have to dig these signals. It was not, well, it might be iron, I don't think so, but it's good, it's really good. You're going to dig so many nails, it's pathetic. If you watch my last video, you'll see some of the trash that you're going to dig with this thing. But this is a bucket lister. I just got a bucket lister. And I'm so excited. Let me show you what I got. This was deep down there. Well, not too bad. Probably about 8 inches or so. But look at it. It's a freaking skeleton key. This part broke off. The end broke off. But it was still in the hole. I was able to retrieve it. As I look at that, that might be a fresh break. I'm not sure. I think it might be a fresh break. It was just very delicate and brittle. And I think I nicked it right there. Yeah, I hit it with a shovel. I wasn't being careful because I sure thought it was iron. But I got myself a skeleton key. It's a tiny little one. It's a small one, but I've never found one before. This is my very, very first. I am so stoked to have this. Nice. Wish I wouldn't have broken it, but prime example why you gotta dig these. I swore I was gonna give you an example of a nail signal. That's exactly what a lot of these nails ring up like, and this one wasn't. Holy cow. Nice day so far. Okay, I'm 5 feet away from where I got the skeleton key. Same kind of numbers. This one's, sometimes nails don't give you a really solid focus, so we're going to try digging this and see what this is. That just ended up being this, which is just like a snap to you know, football, softball, baseball helmet, stuff like that. Nothing special. Okay, 3 feet from the last signal. Oh, let's. Right there under the coil. I think that might be a zinc penny, maybe a nickel, something like that. Still learning the numbers, but this one's a real jumpy one, so we'll see. Even worse, this is a crumpled up bit of a Capri Sun juice box. Lovely. Okay. See how the numbers on that one are really jumpy? I think that might be just a piece of foil right there. It's right there, so we're gonna take a look. Well, I was wrong again. This is a round piece of lead that was not that horribly deep. I think it may be just like a fishing weight or something. I'm not sure. I don't think this is a musket ball. I mean, I suppose there's that possibility. Not in an area where I really find a whole lot of those, but anything is possible. We'll clean it up a little bit, but that is definitely lead. Huh, wrong again. That's why you gotta dig them. Okay, we got a really tight low to mid 90s signal. Says it's pretty deep. I'm thinking it's probably going to be iron, but we're going to dig it and see. Was indeed just a nail, and it was right over here on the side of the plug. Now, one thing I'm finding with this Simplex is these nails like this, if you are positive you pinpointed it, but your target ends up being in the side like that, it's probably going to be iron. This thing is really bad about pinpointing iron. Don't know why, but it's annoying. Alright, this one's still up in the 90s, but a bit different. See, that jumps down low. Very consistent, so I'm not sure what that is. That's going to be interesting. That might be like a dime or something. Not a dime. Was a screw-in cleat. Huh, okie dokie. We are in a sports field right here, so go figure. Shallow one. Right around 60-ish is where it keeps bouncing. So let's see what it is. And we just have a nice shiny piece of foil. Alrighty, we'll keep going though. You know, it figures I'd go to do a live dig and I get foil. And I get another signal. Well, just like all the foil and iron signals I've been getting, I'm like, this is an iron nail or something like that. I'll just dig it up, and you know, I'm not going to film all of these. It's freaking silver. I mean, I'm happy about it, but I missed the opportunity to show you guys. But let's see what we got. And it wasn't even that deep either. Plugs, you know, 5 inches or so. And there's the silver right there on the side. Oh, it's Canadian. Oh. 65 Canadian nickel. I don't think that's silver. It might be. There might be some silver content to that. That's cool though. Nice. I mean, I told you this thing was a nickel magnet. I guess that means Canadian nickels too. Sweet, we'll take it. This is different. I'm out in the middle of a field. There's no bird nest or anything, no sign of a nest where I'm at. This was like right there in front of my foot, and there's no nest or anything. I find an egg. I think it's a real egg. No birds have been around here. I don't understand what this is. I'm gonna crack it on the edge of the shovel here to see, but I think it is the real deal. Yeah, it is a real egg. Why? It looks like it's been here for a little bit, but why is an egg out in the middle of the field all by its little lonesome? A chicken egg. Okay, that's got to be my strangest find to date. Check her out. Got me a pocket knife here. It was about 4 inches down or so. Cool little pocket knife. I changed spots. I hope the wind isn't bad on the microphone here. I'm at the old Red Brick Inn. Cool, isn't it? See what else we can find. Got me a Wheatie. And as you can see, it's a pretty decent one. It's a 1919. Check this out. I'm at a different spot right now. I'm at a little school just goofing around. This is just a couple of inches down. It's a, looks to be like a ring that somebody has, I don't know if it's tied to it or what. A teeny tiny little pocket knife. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. I have not tried to open it. I think it's going to open though. Yeah, it's trying to open. I'm not going to open it right now, but I'll clean it up later. That is so cool. I like that. The ring could be silver too. I'm not sure, but it's awfully clean. We'll take a look later. Nice find though. Alrighty, at a different spot, a different school actually. The one I was at was, pretty nasty, pretty trashy, finding a lot of junk. So I decided to go to a different one, and it's paying off. I got myself a wheat cent here. I've only been here about 15 minutes. Haven't found a whole lot at this place, but figured I'd give the Simplex a chance with it and see what we can find. And at least I got this, one thing. Well, there you go. That ends week 3, and I think we can say it was an extraordinary week. Yeah, I can't wait to hear what the comments say about that one. It was a really interesting week. I had a lot of things I did not get on the camera just because I was digging and trying to concentrate on, learning the detector and things like that. I did try to get a few things on video so you could see the VDIs, and I still want to do a dig where I go out and do like 20 or 25 items and show you the VDIs for every single one of them and what it was. And I think I can carry that out in one of the quick successions, VDI, item, without making it 40 minutes long or something. So we're going to try doing that as soon as we get a chance. So let me show you what I got, because there's a lot here that you did not see, and some of it's pretty cool. See what I mean? There's a lot more here than what you guys saw. I mean, I got some zinc pennies. I got a couple of shotgun shell head stamps, older ones. I got an old buckle. See, these are things that unless you have your iron bias pretty low on the Equinox, you'll miss this because it's iron. It kind of rules it out. It tries to kill off that iron signal because you've told it to, basically, and it does an awesome job of it. Part of a little iron buckle here. These little relics are pretty cool to have. They're, fairly meaningless. If that's iron, then it's not horribly old. Don't know what the heck this is other than a steel ball, maybe like a ball bearing, couple of large pieces from something. This, the way it's tapered, could have been a wedge or possibly even part of a hatchet or something. That almost looks like the back of a hatchet, where the hammer portion would have been up here, except I think a hatchet, to me, usually the hatchet is sharper on the back, so I'm not real sure. That may have just been a wedge of some sort too. Part of a suspender buckle, like the clasp part. I don't think that's particularly old, probably mid 1900s. You know, a couple little items here. I do think that's actually a lead musket ball. It's got the patina on it. You know, it's not Civil War or anything like that. It's probably just from, you know, back in the 1800s when somebody was out hunting or whatever and still had a musket or, you know, flint loader, whatever, matchlock, whatever they use those in. I'm not a gun expert, so piece of earring. This is a bezel, whoops, off of a ring. It looks like pretty cool. It's not horribly open. That might have been a watch. See, yeah, look at that right there. The way that would be like a watch winder stem. I think that might have been from a watch, possibly. I'm not sure. That would have been an awfully small watch, wouldn't it? And look at the face of that. It's like less than the size of my fingernail. So, that's got me curious. And that key, that's awesome. I love it. I'm going to see if I can get something to hold it back together. Maybe some JB weld or something. I'm not sure. I'm going to skip over here. Don't know what that is. I found some oral and analgesic gel. Somebody must have had a toothache or something. That's kind of interesting. Found an old standard knife. And look at this little pocket knife. The colored scale on that side is gone. But look at that. That's so cool. Not particularly sharp. And the ring that it's attached to, I'm not finding any markings or anything in it. But it's really cool. I didn't test it yet. I don't know. It's crude looking. I don't think it's going to be silver. I think it's just a costume kind of thing. Got me a service bar for Auto Club of Michigan. That's cool. Some clad, some Canadian coins. Got my obligatory 65 dime. This trade token's really cool. That actually, if you look on this side, it's got your 5 cents in trade. And see, it doesn't even flip right. It doesn't rotate or flip 100%. That says W.J. Godwin Cigars and Billiards on the bottom. That's from a bar, I believe. Probably like your 1920s type stuff. Somewhere right around 1900, 1920. A billiards hall probably had a, you know, where you could come in there and get tokens good for cigars or whatever. And it's a way to get patrons in there. Pretty good advertising. 51D and a 1919 wheat. That 1919 is actually in really good shape there too if you look at it. I mean, nothing extraordinary, but pretty cool. And you didn't see this. I found me another Buffalo nickel. Unidentified date. If you look on the shoulder there, not really anything that you can see. But as you can tell, from week 3, the variety of finds is really, really broad. I mean, everything from buckles and shotgun shell head stamps to keys to coins and knives. I mean, wow, that's a big variety, don't you think? And that's part of what I like about metal detecting. I like that variety. I like the element of surprise. I mean, this is cool. Who can say, I've found a knife on a ring before? You know, the only bad thing about this is this was at a school. This is definitely a kid-size ring. So did a kid really bring this to school? It was not very deep, so I don't think this is more than maybe 2 years old. I mean, it was just below the grass line. So very, very fresh. That's it. Equinox still Still learning it. It is definitely, if you're looking for a metal detector to start out, learning the sounds and the numbers on this are difficult because it's got some high-end capabilities to it. But if you're a seasoned vet, it's a great addition as well. I mean, to go with my Equinox, I have been to places with my Equinox where I've pulled things out that the Equinox misc or masks out because it's instructed to. So, and I've been using, for 3 weeks now, I've been using the Simplex exclusively. So in the future here soon, I hope to get some sites lined up where I can get both side to side and do a little how they can complement each other. I don't think, like I've said before, the Simplex is not going to replace that Equinox. No way, no how. But I think they complement each other beautifully. These two together are like peanut butter and jelly, really. So I'm very glad that I got it, and I can't wait to continue using it some more. I've mentioned the pinpointing iron as one of the things. I'm still trying to figure that out. There's a lot of detectors out there, even the Equinox. I don't care how much, I don't use the pinpointer on it as much as I go back and forth over the target and get a line drawn. And then I turn 90 degrees, go this way, draw a line. Where those two lines intersect, you've got an X marks a spot. You should be able to dig and find it right there. If you've got a non-iron signal, especially like a coin, or this, or the trade token, whatever, it's going to be exactly where that X is. If you've got a nail, that's not necessarily the case. And like in my last video, as I said, you've got to dig some big holes because it seems like that nail is always in the freaking sidewall. I don't understand that 100%. I don't know why it's always so predictably going to be in the sidewall. So I'm still trying to get a handle on that and learn that piece of it. And if you got some of these, if you've been out there detecting 10, 15, 20 years and you know the answer to this, please fill me in. I would be glad to. I will never hesitate to learn something from somebody that knows more than me. There's a lot of those people out there. One thing I did forget to mention is how chattery it is when you turn on a pinpointer. I have Garrett ProPointer AT pinpointers, and when you turn on your pinpointer, it's like on the same frequency, and it makes it really chattery. So if you still have your headphones on, you're going to hear nothing. I don't care how loud that pinpointer is, you can't hear it because you just got going off in your head. So you've got to take the headphones off for at least one ear so you can hear that pinpointer. I've seen a couple of people say, "We'll just go buy another pinpointer." $135 a pinpointer. I'm going to use what I got. I'm not going to go out and buy another one just because it's chattery. That's a lot of stinking money, especially right now these days. So I think I'll put up with it and just pull that earpiece off a little bit. Other than that, I'm really enjoying this thing, and can't wait to show you guys more, and I hope you got something out of this and enjoyed it. Let's go metal detecting, guys. See you later.